Alright, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Okay. Hey y'all. How's it going? Let's do that. The man himself. How's it going, Nature's Peace? How are you? Yeah. Do I smoke DMT? No, I do not. But today, folks, we are going to be, what are we going to be doing? We're going to do a morph, as we usually do. And I'm going to use Ideogram's 2.0 model to generate the base image to go off of, because it makes some really, really captivating results these days. For example, if I choose realistic in the prompt and I type something like eyeball, zombie monster, decay, creepy rot. Let's just see what we get. Pretty impressive results, if I do say so. And we're going to use that as the starting point for our little animation. But first, because it's a lot of fun, I'm going to build a really basic workflow just for image to image before we actually animate things. Hey, Kalina, how's it going? Thank you for showing up when you did. Oh, you're very welcome. Yeah, I know it's a little later than is usual. I usually go live around 12 noon, but today's been different. I'm doing well, GN Creative. How are you? Let's get this all set up. Let's do a positive clip, negative clip, positive prompt, negative prompt. And I'm not going to color code anything. I'm just going to do it all pretty dirty in real time. We are going to need a latent image, though, an empty latent. No, we're actually going to do image to image, so we don't need an empty latent. We need an image as our starter, and we're going to encode it into latent space. Pop that right in there. It's going to need a VAE decode as well. Preview that. And let's just test it and see if we are in a good spot. I think we should be. I just noticed, by the way, the window is a little too large for stream, so let me shrink it so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So let me do this, and then do that. Let me bring this over here. Bear with me, folks. Just got to make sure everything looks good. It's a little too far over, isn't it? Is it all the way over there like that? I guess we could do that. The camera, if you will, is focused on the wrong side of my screen, the far left, but that's okay. I've adjusted accordingly, and we should be good to continue. Actually, bear with me. Oh, that's why. Yeah, I know, I should have done this ahead of time, but I'm almost done. Okay. All right, good to go, good to go. Yeah, I hope everyone in chat is doing great today. So now you can see my little menu here. You can more or less see the entire browser. Oh my god. As well as this cheeky fella. Why does he look that way, is the question. Because if all goes well, he should look like the one on the left, but he doesn't. That's okay, though. I think I have an idea of what's going on. Let me pop in a different workflow for reference. Okay, 4pass. We need... Let's just use this workflow, actually. It'll save us time. So I'm going to take my load image node, paste it right on over here. We're going to use that right here. Code, latent space. All right, let's try this out. Turn off, turn off. Oh, that's right. I always forget the VAE. But not this time. Alright, folks, if you have any questions about what I'm doing or AI art in general, please do feel free to ask. I'll do my best to answer with my present level of knowledge. Let's try that. Back on over to Ideogram, just to see what we've created. Pretty cool. Yeah, look at that. That's sick. So let's take that, pop it back into Comfy. It's off. Do I sell AI art? Yeah, in various capacities. I used to have kind of like an art business where I would sell at art shows and stuff, and I'd make artwork that kind of used AI in the creation process. It wasn't like entirely, but these days I do like commissions for people, and I do AI videos like the ones that you see on my page, looping, morphing animations, things like that. So just to ensure that this is actually working, I'm going to try turning this guy into like a pineapple head. A man with a pineapple head. Gonna bump up that denoise to like 0.75 so it really emphasizes the prompt. And it looks like we are in a good spot. Yeah, that's definitely a pineapple head. All right. Good sign, good sign. That means we can start to animate the guy, or animate anything. So let's bring over one of my existing workflows. Which one should we use? I guess we can use this one. Okay. Let's start to animate this guy into a pineapple just to start, because it's kind of funny. So 0.75, 0.85 perhaps? Make him more and more pineapple-y. Physical AI lenticular prints. I don't think I've heard the word lenticular. That sounds very interesting, though. I'd love if you would elaborate. Okay. 95, maybe? Let's do a zombie. I don't want to do a pineapple. It's not going in the direction that I wanted to, because as you can see, the composition is a little different from this one right here, so. There we go. There we are. And lastly, we will do a skull skeleton man. Okay, I think this should be good. Hey, happy Monday, Betsy White. How are you doing? Oh, the prints that animate depending on the angle. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's actually kind of a cool idea. That would be really an interesting use case for my work, wouldn't it be? I like that a lot. I'll consider it. Oh, and yes, oh, you were the Disco Biscuits person. Right on. I think I did end up using one of their songs in a recent video within the last week. I don't remember which one, but in fact, yes, I did use them. So thank you for that recommendation. Let's try now to animate this monstrosity, but I'm going to need slightly different numeric values for my morphing logic. So I think I will use this one. Yes, I will. I will use this one. Number 2, number 3, number 4. And let it rip. Let's see what we get. Actually, let's do 512 by 512 for the res. Keep it nice and square because of the format of our stream. And yeah. Colorado, no. I know some people in Colorado, but I've actually never been. I'd love to visit one day, though. LED do we have for... Oh yeah, let's turn the control net down to 0.2. 0.6 is a bit too high for what I'm going for. Okay, let's see what we get. So as that's rendering, we can kill some time by going back to one of these websites which don't require any rendering horsepower, and maybe make some images that we can play with later on. So just to recap, currently we are animating this guy, morphing him from standard business bloke to zombie over to skeleton, and then kind of right back into zombie, and then loops right back into normal. So a nice round circular kind of morph. See what we get. Let's play with this prompt a little more, shall we? So we have eyeball zombie monster, decay creepy rot. Let's make it a little more unique. Let's add some colorful elements like rainbow neon accents, strange psychedelic colors, and maybe pinks, purples. I don't know. Just give it a little more life. Story of your week, yeah. Let's see what we get. I just noticed also we're still on 16 by 9, which I do not want, but it's okay. We'll let that finish, and we'll also do a 1-to-1. Actually, even before I do another one, let's save some credits, make sure we even like the prompt. And we kind of like the prompt. I think I need to be a little more specific. I don't want him to be in like a neon setting. I want the neon accents to actually interweave the skin and the organic elements in a way. So let's see how we can rewrite this. Rainbow neon accents throughout the skin. Colorful biological anatomy. Strange psychedelic colors in the veins. Hell, let's see what that gets us. I do love the realism, though. I mean, look at that. Like, that's really cool. 2.0 ideogram is, like, very good at realism. And it looks like we have our zombie animation, which has completed. And it's pretty dope, honestly. Hey, Elegance Club, how's it going? Ideogram versus Mid-Journey. That's a great question, isn't it? Kind of what a lot of people are asking right now. And for the longest time, maybe even still, my answer would be Mid-Journey. But gosh, in the last couple of weeks with the new ideogram model, it has really blown my socks off. It's super capable, especially with text rendering and logos. It's very, very capable. And also it has a much better free plan for people who don't want to pay for it yet. You get a lot more daily credits for free than you would with like Midjourney. Midjourney has finally started offering free credits to new time users. For the longest time they weren't doing that, but now they've kind of reopened it. But even still, you get a lot less usage than you do on the free plan with ideogram. But yeah, I think Midjourney still takes the cake as far as like artistic merit and like the overall human look of it. But gosh, I mean, if ideogram isn't catching up quickly in that department, it really seems to be. Look at this. This is crazy looking. That's so cool. I think I'll animate that. Which workflow is this? It's a version of iPiv's workflow on Civitai. You know, the morphing workflow, if you've ever seen or used it. This is kind of just my adaptation of that. I've added some other bells and whistles like interpolation and upscaling, and I've also rearranged a lot of stuff. But fundamentally, this is kind of based off the logic created by iPiv on Civitai. If you just Google iPiv's morph, should be the first link that you find here on Civitai, and you can download a very similar workflow here, at least functionally, and achieve results like these ones. A lot of fun. But yeah, this is definitely more in the right direction of what I want. Let's let's animate these four. Let's have some fun. So let's save this. Zombie and new. Just name it that. Whatever. And let's paste in some of these new guys. So we got number 1, number 2, and number 3, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Number 3, and then number 4. Looks like he's flipping off the camera. Cool. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. That should be interesting. Let's bump up the control net just a tad to 0.3. Your 4070 Ti can't handle it, really. The workflow I just showed? That seems crazy to me. That's a very capable card. I'm running on a 4090, but I would imagine any of the 40 series could more than handle the needs of this. There are elements in this workflow, if I remember, that do call for a lot of VRAM, like some of the extra upscaling techniques. But if you don't opt for those, if you turn those nodes off and just use the basic, you know, generations, you should be good. Yeah, GN Creative, that's right. I would think it would be capable of it. So that's a very good card. Yeah, no, for sure. If you have any questions, like if you run into any errors or whatever, let me know what the error message is. I'll see if I can help. So how can we make this even more interesting? Broken anatomy, nonsense physics, abstract, esoteric. Those are some fun keywords. Abstract and esoteric. Let's see what we got. Another great advantage of ideogram, and Midjourney is getting better at this, but ideogram's ability to really stick to your prompt and adhere to it, even the longer prompts, it will do a very good job at extracting all the little details that you throw in, even towards the end of the prompt. Like I've added on these keywords like abstract, esoteric. It should be quite good at capturing some of that at least. Let's see. Ooh, this is cool. Well, they're kind of similar, but compositionally, I think they're a little more interesting. This is a cool picture. I like this a lot. I'm going to save that. And we're going to play with that in a moment because I have a different workflow that I think will really shine with that. Do I ever do full body animation? Sometimes. A lot of the time I really like to stick with headshots and portraits because just to cap it, at least with this workflow, it seems best for stuff like that. More often when I do like full body stuff, it will not always get the anatomy perfect. Like it'll add extra limbs, which is cool, like because I do abstract work, so it's not a deal breaker, but I do prefer these portrait mode types of deals. This is pretty cool. A little NSFW maybe, although it's hard to really say for sure because it's so like abstract, but I like the eyeballs. I like what it's doing with the eyes, you know. But let's park this for now. And let me pop open a slightly different workflow. Very similar to this, but it uses a different animate diff model, a slightly older one. But I do like its results a little more in some ways. I bounce between this workflow and the one I'm about to open for aesthetic reasons. They do different things better and worse. So let's find a version of that. Should be right here. I have a later version of this I'd rather use. If I can find it, that would be optimal. Let's see, is this the right one? Nope, it's not. How about here? Still no. I'll find it in a couple seconds here, just bear with me. It should be here. I don't always do a great job at labeling my workflows, as you can tell, because I make so damn many of them. But looks like we're finally good. Looks like this one should be good. Yes. Okay. Perfect. For normal pictures, what system are you using for prompt? I'm using a Stable Diffusion bot. Oh, good question. So, like, what system do I have in place to really help me write the best prompts? I definitely lean on ChatGPT and Claude if I really want to get specific with the prompts. Like I was just mentioning, Ideogram has gotten a lot better at actually following prompts and even like doing what's known as a magic prompt. And a lot of these platforms do this now, where it will take what you've written and will use built-in AI to try and improve your prompt even more. Which has mixed results, but usually I leave it on because it's pretty helpful. But yeah, I mean, ChatGPT and Claude I use a lot for really locking in the prompt. You'll see though with these workflows that I'm using, I don't really rely on prompting that much because it will write prompts for me based on the images that I upload. Like this one right here, this is like, it uses what's called an IP adapter to intelligently analyze these images and write prompts based off of them, and then feed it back into itself. So we're going to take this cool image that I just made, and I'm going to paste it in 4 times to basically morph upon itself. Because lately I've been getting some really interesting results doing so in this workflow. So let's give it a shot. 512, 512. Turn off our Laura from last time. We will use Realism by Stable Yogi. And let's see, I think we're good. Are we good? Are we good? Yes. Zoom in, iridescent. Okay, we're good. Let's give it a shot. So many things to account for, aren't there? In the future, I'll bother you with questions. For sure, yeah. Hop in and ask away. Oh, hello from Italy? Nice. Yeah, I'd love to visit Italy one day. And you'll also notice with this workflow, the results come a lot sooner than the other one. And I think that's because I'm using an LCM model. And LCM is a much faster way to arrive at the results than previous models. Just algorithmically, I guess it like arrives at your final result a little more efficiently than non-LCM models. I don't exactly understand how it works under the hood, but just know that if you're using a checkpoint model that's LCM focused, you will derive your results way quicker with way fewer steps and a way lower CFG. And it's not always like more beautiful to look at than the standard model, which is why I kind of bounce back and forth between LCM and non-LCM. But most of the time it gets me like something really nice to look at. Okay, let's see how this looks. Whoa. Whoa. Dude, that's crazy. That's borderline not safe for work. But I think because it's kind of like a male torso, I think we should be good. Instagram, please do not punish me. I am but a mere artist. But in fact, let's add NSFW just into the negative prompt just for the future. May as well. And let's play with it even further. Let's bump up the motion lower to 1. I'm using a zoom in motion lower, by the way, which adds kind of an interesting zoom accent to your animation. And I'm going to just double in on the trigger where it's zoom in, zoom in. And we will, where are we at with motion scale? We'll bump that to 125. And I'll also bring the control net up by a couple decimals as well. So now let's see what we get. And we'll do side-by-side comparison. On the left is the before, on the right will be the after. And this should be fun. Boy, am I hungry. Can't wait to eat after this stream. What are you guys having for dinner tonight? Tell me about your dinner. Tell me about what you've already eaten today. I like to talk about food. What is my motivation for the posts? Very good question. I just really like to make weird art. Weird abstract horror themed art. I guess that would be my motivation. Oh, this is pretty cool. Yeah, I like this. I don't know, sometimes I make more specific art with like an actual message or meaning. Other times I kind of just make whatever I'm in the mood for. Yeah. It's hard to quantify, like, as an artist, like, why I make what I make. Piece of chicken, lemon, salt, coffee. Nice. I like to think that that's, like, all one cohesive item. Like, you made a dish that has all those items in one, which would be probably kind of foul with the coffee. Ooh, jalapeno bread. Ooh, I love jalapeno bread. If any of you live near like a Trader Joe's or something, they do this really good jalapeno tear apart bread thing, which is just divine. Fried chicken? Hell yeah. Always down for fried chicken. What am I going to have? I'm going to have a ribeye. I'll probably have some kind of soup, like a minestrone maybe. And probably some eggs as well. I don't know. I'm starving. I haven't eaten yet today. Spicy steamed whole burger. Ooh. Nice. That's a pretty balanced sounding dinner. Sounds awesome. So this is pretty dope. Let me... How should we... Let's bring the motion scale back to 1. I'm just curious. I think it's a little too flickery for my taste. I'm also going to peel back the prompt a bit. Just zoom in, zoom in. Let's try that out. For size. Maybe I'll actually morph between the others as well, since we have other images to work with. So let's bring these in. And, yeah. Drinking coffee, yeah. Hey, I'm drinking coffee too. I just got a Starbucks iced coffee, which I'm hooked on. Hey, Lola, how's it going? Massive salad. Yeah, massive salad sounds so good right now. I think this will be sick, you guys. Hey, Anthony, how's it going? Almost there, almost there. Oops. We are just about there. Okay. Oh, much better. Now we're getting somewhere. That's super dope. I like it. I want to upscale it, but I'm not going to waste y'all's time doing that. Hey, thanks, Gomez. Appreciate you. Let me think. Well, I'm going to come back and upscale this later. This is gnarly. Neon Zombie will be its name. And let's take the rest of these images and paste it on in. Number 1, number 2, number 3. And hey, number 4. Let's do that. Let's give it a shot. Animated holographic super rare monster. Yes. Hell yeah, it does. It's a great observation. Dion Lee Brand, thank you so much for your comment. That means a lot to me. I'm a wizard. I try to be. I'm a digital wizard, I guess you might say. So what else should we make with ideogram? I'm just burning through these credits this week. A lot more than usual. Oh, I have a lot of credits, you guys. If you have any prompt suggestions, please let me know and I'll use ideogram to bring your idea into life. I would love to create what you guys can come up with. So yeah. Okay, this is alright. It's bordering on not safe for work. So let me... You know what I'll do to circumvent this, though? I will zoom in and really just capture the face. In fact, yeah, let's just do that. Let's paste this in, this, and this in. Let's do all 4. Let's see how that looks, actually. Let's do that. Digital trading card mobile games with parallax. Ooh. Oh, does Marvel Snap, do they do like a parallax effect on the cards? That's a really like sick idea. You mean, I guess, like if you're looking at the card on your phone, for example, and you just rotate the phone around, you would see like kind of, it would have depth to it or something. That would be a really sick effect. Oh, I can already tell this is going to be sick. So really what I've only done here to get this new result is I've taken one of our existing images and I zoomed in and screenshotted just the face and pasted that into my inputs. And already you can see the result is going to be pretty dramatically different. Hell, I could even, for all 4 of those images, I could just like individually screen cap 4 different parts of the same image and it would still come out really unique and cool. Maybe we'll do that after this. So many different ways to prompt Comfy UI. Oh, whoa. That's gnarly. This would be sick if I upscaled it. Maybe I'll do that after the stream. It's really sick. I'm going to come back to this later. But let me now try and do what I was just saying, where we screenshot 4 different parts of the same image. So we'll do that. We'll do this. One, number 2. And I guess number 3, maybe? Yeah, this will be crazy. I'm excited to see what this looks like. And then we'll do maybe just the mouth for the 4th one. You know? So, cool. We've got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. Hell yeah. Let's see what... Oh, I'm using the mouth twice, aren't I? That's... do I want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to... I don't know. I guess I'll just take his ear. Number 4 will be the ear. This is cool as hell, though. But yeah, let's see what this new one looks like, too. Let's do it. Cleaning up a bit. All right, let's see how this video looks. Okay. Oh, wow. All right. A little too circular. I don't like how circular that has become. Let's bring that down to a 0.2. And we're also, just for the first one, we're going to just use a standard face. It's getting too tripped up on the circle stuff. Let's try that out. What tools would I suggest for starting out in AI art? Well, the first question I think you got to ask is, what exactly do you want to make with AI art? Do you want to do just images and stuff? Or do you want to get into animation like what you see here? And then once you answer that question, the next question is, do you want to do open source or closed source? Closed source would basically be like one of these online websites like Ideogram or Midjourney. Basically a subscription service where it's all in the cloud. You use a browser to do it with, and it costs money. But if you do open source, like what you see here, this program right here is called Comfy UI. This is completely free. It's a totally free to download piece of software. Granted, it's a lot more complex. It's definitely got a learning curve, but provided that you have the hardware to run it, this is all completely free. So there's a few questions really to ask yourself first, but if you give me some more direction on that question, I'd be happy to help you. Ooh. Whoa. Whoa. This is cool. I was not expecting to look this cool. Yeah, you're very welcome, Steph. This is sick. Neon Eldritch Horror, exactly. Isn't this one cool, you guys? I just want to see. I want to see what it would look like if I made it portrait mode, just in case I want to post this later. Because sometimes if you go from square to portrait, the results aren't a one-to-one carryover, but maybe it will look as cool. We're about to find out. Hey Ronald, how's it going? Weird videos, AI generated transforming men into animals and rockets. I don't know exactly which. Are you talking about videos on my page? Pretty much everything on my profile is Comfy UI based. Not everything. I have used Runway and some of these other online websites to generate my videos with, but I'd say like 95% of the stuff on my page is comfy UI. Ooh, this is still really cool. Okay, well the final transition isn't my favorite, unfortunately. But that's okay. 1 through 3 are still really good. That just means I have to choose a better one for the final image. But yeah, I think this could work. I just love the first couple of seconds where it turns from the face into like a rat tooth thingy. Like that's a good hook right there for social media, you know? It's those first few seconds where you really want to capture people's attention and stuff. And I think that first transition will really do it. But the final image from number 4 back to number 1, it's, as you can tell, it's kind of a harsh cutoff. And the reason for that is we need a better 4th image. Clearly, I mean, look at that. We're just using like a weird ear. Let's actually take number 2 and make it also number 4. So it'll kind of be like a 1, 2, 3, 2 sort of progression. I think that will ameliorate my concern. Yes, upscaling this would add a heck of a lot of interesting detail. That's why I'm excited to play with this after the stream. I'm not gonna, it'll take maybe like 10-15 minutes to do my full upscale, so I'm not gonna bore you guys with it, but yeah, I'll certainly be playing with this. Is there a way to connect some result to external app? What do you mean by some result? Are you asking maybe if there's a way to connect external apps into Comfy and out of Comfy UI? I think you'll have to elaborate a bit there. Okay, let's see if this looks any better. Back to tooth, back to face. Okay. I'm still not the biggest fan of it. But again, number 1 through 3 are... Yeah, number 1 through 3 are actually really solid morphs. But let's try and end this with maybe this. This will be number 4. We just need a good number 4 to really close off the loop and make it a beautiful start to finish. Way for Naughty, thank you so much for your comment. I appreciate it. And thanks to you as well, Aki, on screen. You're both very kind to say that. A zombie head bubbling with neon lights. Ooh, that is a really sick idea. Let me try that. Let me try prompting ideogram with that. A zombie head bubbling with neon lights. Let's accent it with like decay, rot, flesh, horror, I guess. But yeah, that's a cool idea. Are 4 image transitions a typical loop? Yeah, especially with this workflow, it's typical. This is based off a pretty popular workflow now, I would say, called, it's from a user named IPIV on Civitai, and the workflow is called IPIV's Morph, and it's fundamentally based on 4 input images. You can adapt it out to be more than that. It's not an easy solution, but I have in recent times decoded his kind of underlying logic to, in fact, do that, to break it out into more than 4 images. But that's not like an out-of-the-box solution. Ooh, okay, this is kind of... Oh, yeah, this is sick. My only concern is it's kind of blurry. And not blurry because of the resolution, but I can tell that it's... Even after the upscale, it will be a little blurry in some places. I can just tell after having done so many of these how it's going to look after being upscaled. And, well, maybe it's not the end of the world. I don't know. It's still pretty cool. Maybe I'll 2x it just to get a quick glimpse into what we're working with here. Because normally I do like a 3.5x, but maybe we can save some time by doing a 2x. So we'll give it a try. We want to do, what is it, 320 by 560? Yes, 320 by 560. 320 by 560. Okay. As that's upscaling, let's go back to ideograms, see what we're working with. Okay, not quite. Bubbling with neon lights. I think there's probably a better way to prompt that idea. This is obviously not... I mean, these are cool. These are actually really cool, but... Let me see if I can better capture what you're going for. A zombie head bubbling with neon lights. A zombie head with neon pimples and pores. Millions of colorful neon... I don't know how to describe it. Gosh, I don't know. Tumors? It's probably gonna get flagged. Or not flagged, just rejected. But let's see what this comes up with. Okay. Foaming bubbles. That's a good idea too. Let's try that. Foaming. Colorful. Bubbles on face. Let's see what that gets us. Oh, okay. We're getting a little closer. The neon cables through the head, yeah, it's sick. It's still really cool, even though even if it isn't quite what we were thinking. Like this one right here is really sick. This is pretty interesting. Reminds me of the Dippin' Dots ice cream. He even wrote bubbles behind him in neon. That's so funny. This is hilarious. I want it to be more gruesome though. Like, I have like an image in my head about what it could look like, and this is like definitely in the right direction though. I could probably work with this more and massage it to become even more interesting. Best ad, yeah. Okay, so is this coming along properly? Let's see, pause, sync. Yeah, okay, we're doing okay here. Probably just another minute or two on this upscale, and we'll get to see something a little more interesting than this. But let's go back to ideogram, play around. Hi everyone, what did I miss? You missed a... I don't know, we're just playing around with Comfy UI AI videos and stuff, doing stuff like this. Like this beautiful gal right here. Currently, we are in the process of upscaling this morphing monstrosity. So in just a couple minutes, we'll see hopefully a higher fidelity version of this weird thing. If, let's see, how can I improve this? I'm gonna see what Midjourney does with this image. Let's see what Midjourney gets us. So I'm going to do two things. I'm first going to ask Midjourney to describe this image and then create prompts based off of it. And I'm also just going to paste in the same prompt as well. So give it a couple different options to work with. So /describe. Oops, /describe. We want to describe an image and drag that right in. Oops, wrong one. Drag that in. And let's do the prompt as well. Imagine all. And then lastly, this one. Okay. We're going to have like 5 or 6 options to pick from. Should be interesting. Back to our upscale though. We are almost done with it. About 50 seconds left. Yeah, I'm excited for Midjourney's interpretation. I could also have like ChatGPT help me better massage the prompt to get something more interesting. Ooh, I'm already liking what I'm seeing here. Oh, these are all very interesting. I like this one. Ooh, I like this one a lot. This is cool. They're like very globular and kind of viscous. This is dope. Yeah, Midjourney definitely still takes the cake as far as like artistic integrity of the results. Ideogram is very cool as far as realism. Like, look how realistic this looks. But like, it's not necessarily an art piece. This could be closer to being an art piece right here. You know? Let me save that. That's a cool picture. And what else are we getting here with Midjourney? We have a few more. That one's cool. And that one is cool. And ooh, that one's really cool. Yeah, look at this. That's so cool. It's like M&M's growing out of his face. All right. So we have upscaled. Ooh, it looks really good actually, doesn't it? Oh, that's sick. Really sick. Let's interpolate it real quick. This is very pretty. How long is this going to take? Probably too long. Let's interpolate it in Topaz. It'll be like just a couple seconds. So bring it into Topaz. 60 frames. And good. We're also going to restart Comfy. You're very welcome. Thank you for the suggestion. It's a very good one. All right, check this out. Beautiful. Oh, I've replaced the music, haven't I? Let me... Oh, no, I haven't. It's still playing. Yeah, this is dope. This is so cool. Very, very cool. Okay. And we just made this together, you guys, on stream. This could be posted on Instagram. And it just might be. So what else? What else? We have about 6 minutes left to really play around until I've reached the hour. Yeah, Mitch, right? This is pretty gnarly. I agree. It's mesmerizing. It's mesmerizing. Let's see what else we can do in the time that we have together. Let's, ooh, yes, let's play with some of Midjourney's outputs here. Let's morph. Actually, let's do this one. Let's take this. We're going to morph this around real quick. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, okay, okay. 2. Let's try that out. We're going to do this one right here. Hey, Wasabi, how's it going? Hey, Otto, thank you. God bless you as well. This one should be interesting. Hello, Lady Oquendo. How are you? Blender, no, Wasabi, this is not Blender. I wish I knew Blender better than I do. It's one of the ones I want to get better at, but no, this is called Comfy UI. Comfy UI is the name of the program. At Samarita, can you have access to the software? Yes, absolutely. It's called Comfy UI. If you just Google Comfy UI download, first link should be its GitHub page, and this is where you want to find it. It's yeah, again, Comfy UI, like up here. And you should be able to find it if you just click over on the right here. There's the releases page. Click releases, and this first thing up here is the latest version. It's a version 0.1.3, and you're going to want to download this file right here, Comfy UI Windows Portable NVIDIA.7z. It's about 1.5 gigs, but it's a portable installation, which means you don't actually have to install it. You just have to extract it somewhere on your computer and then run it from there, run it from inside. This is pretty cool. I like this a lot. I like how subtle and gentle it is. It's not that dynamic, but it's still very interesting to look at. I'll call it Bubblegum Head. Can run on MacBook Pro M3 Max. Well, it definitely runs on Mac. Your mileage will vary though, as far as like render times and stuff. I've not personally tested it on an M3, so it might do pretty well with an M3. I tried it out on an M2 one time on my Mac Mini M2, and it wasn't that capable. It's fine for image generation, but for videos like this, you're really going to want like a pretty good NVIDIA graphics card, probably on a Windows machine. It'll run on Linux too, but Windows and NVIDIA are pretty much the agreed upon pairing for Comfy at this point, for Comfy UI. But definitely try it. M3 is a very good chip. I just can't promise that your rendering times will be anywhere near as fast as mine. But certainly worth a shot. I mean, it's free, so it couldn't hurt to try. Does the workflow do well with head movements? Absolutely, yeah. I've gotten some pretty interesting head movements with this workflow. Normal human portrait, then the head, tilts and morphs into a zombie. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, just earlier today on stream, I did a zombie morph with the face. Did I save it? Did I save the video version of it? I don't believe I did. But yeah, the answer to your question is yes. This is really cool looking. I love this. I'm gonna upscale it shortly. Actually, maybe I'll, how long did it take before, you guys? Like 4 or 5 minutes for that upscale? Can't really remember. But I think I'll spare you that right now. We're kind of reaching the end here. I've got to sign off in about a minute or minute and a half. But let's try and knock out one more video right before I do. Let's just go full ham. Let's do something completely left field. I'm just going to dig back into my old collection of images and just toss a few in here haphazardly. No rhyme or reason. Let's just see what we get with these guys right here. We'll bump the control net back up to like a 0.4 maybe. Turn off the motion LoRa. We don't need it at the moment. And we're just going to kill the prompt altogether. I don't need... I guess I'll even kill the negative prompt because I don't think it'll be inappropriate. But let's try that out. Let's do 512 by 512. And let's see what we get. Bubblegum Goddess. Good description, absolutely. It is a bubblegum goddess. A decaying bubblegum goddess. Bubblegum. Okay. Are we on? Yeah, we're on high strength. So this will look pretty true to form. And this is still going. This is so cool, you guys. Very trippy. Let's organize a little bit, shall we? So we have our gallery of previous creations off to the right. And then here on the left will be our latest in just a second. Let's see what we get. Oh no, it's all the way over here. Mistake. Okay. Ooh. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. I love that. I love the eye morph. Well, with that, folks, I think that's a pretty high point to end things on, don't you? We're going to park it here so that we can all go and finish our day. I'm really looking forward to the... Yeah, for sure, GN. I'm looking forward to it as well. I've been working every day on it, recording new lines and videos and modules, and I really think it's coming along solid. I think it's going to help a lot of people. I'm explaining everything very clearly, coherently, at least I'm trying. And I just walk people through, you know, the installation process, all the different model installations, and really getting you up to a level where you can finally start rendering videos like this, or at least start approaching it, and getting all the boring stuff out of the way, like getting everything installed and all the right nodes and stuff. So yeah, hopefully within the next few weeks, maybe a month, maybe even 2 at the very, very latest, hoping it won't take that long, but I would say month and a half out, and I will definitely be promoting the course pretty heavily. And yeah, thank you so much for participating, for everything, you guys. Really appreciate you. And I'll catch you next time. All right? Have a great night or day. And I love you all very much.